Hello everybody! Today I'm going to start a little series about some mods that I use and to go more in depth about them. And I'm going to start with the mod called Litematica. So once you have Litematica installed into your mods folder, once you get into any game, single player, creative, multiplayer, whatever, if you press M on your keyboard, it opens up this menu. Now there are a bunch of tabs that you can choose from, and I'll go over most of them. I really won't go over these two because these two aren't really that useful in my opinion. What you need to start off with is these three down here. Now the tool to do anything in Litematica is actually the stick. Ooh, the stick. I know, big tool. But the stick is the most important thing in Litematica in reality, because it does virtually everything you need it to. So in here, pressing M to open the menu, these three create a box around whatever you want to make a schematic of. Now let's say you want to move this build from your creative world like this into a non-creative world, like a multiplayer world or your single player world. What you want to do is take your stick and make sure you're in mode 1. If you're not, hold control and scroll until you get to mode 1. And you want to find a corner of your build that allows you to grab everything. So like if the build was out here, I'd stand over here, but for this, it's just a simple corner. And what you want to do is look down and left click and then right click, and this puts both corners in that spot. Now to move and create the box around it, you want to hold left alt and scroll with your mouse. I don't know if it works on keyboard as well, but scroll and it will move the one corner forwards or backwards depending on which way you're looking. So I'm looking this way and it's moving the corner forwards or backwards in front of me, but it works in all three directions. So I can go this way or I can even go up. So right now I'm scrolling towards myself, or I can do this. You can also look up and have it scroll up and so on. It works in any direction you can look at. So let's just get all of this encompassed in the square. Okay, so once you have your build encompassed by the box that you have created from the schematic, you want to press M again, go to Area Editor, and you can just simply do Save Schematic. Now let's just name this Test, Save, and now once you save it, you can see it creates a new item in your schematic list. So I have a couple already, but as you can see, there's a test schematic there. So if we just press escape a whole bunch, come over here, and we press M again, go to load schematics in the main menu, press on the one you just created, and click load schematic. And as you can see, it is an exact replica of this build. Now I can't move it because all I'm doing is moving that box. What you need to do is hold control and go to schematic placement and scroll again. As you can see, I am scrolling and I can move it any which way I want. But if you need to make big movement changes, all you have to do is left click on a corner somewhere and move it wherever your heart desires. So I can move it literally anywhere I want, and it works, and it will move one of the corners to that location. Well, let's move it over here by the turtles. I think the turtles would like this build. And once you have the build in the location you want on a server or single player, if it is non-creative, you can press M, go to your configuration menu, go to render layers and make sure it is set to single layer, and then set here wherever you're standing. The set here as you saw, makes the Y level, so you can increase or decrease it as you see fit. And now you have a schematic you can walk through, and it shows a single layer at a time. You might be wondering, how do I know what blocks I need or how many blocks I would need to build the whole thing up in one go? Well, if you hold M and press L, it shows you a big list of all of the blocks you need and how many you need. Now, like for sand, I would need 103 total. But because I've placed the schematic from sand to sand, it says I am missing 0. So I can just click ignore, and I don't need those anymore. I don't need to worry about those blocks anymore. And as I get, so let's do that. As you collect blocks, it shows you how many are in your inventory. And this includes items that are in shulker boxes. So if you have a big build with like 10 shulker boxes worth of stuff, it will collect everything that is in your inventory, including items in shulker box. And as you get more, so let's say we have 2 stacks of spruce logs on us, it will show that we have more than is required to finish this build. We can click ignore, and you can go down your list until you have all of them collected in your inventory. Now, once you do that, the fastest way to build this, which some might say is a little cheaty, but it is the fastest way to do this, go back to your Litematica menu, go to configuration menu, and go to generic. And you want to make sure easy place mode is on right here. Easy place hold and easy place first is enabled. Now what this does is, if you have items in your inventory, you can, on a mouse, middle or scroll wheel click to get that item into your inventory. So as you can see, I can middle scroll wheel click on all of these and they update into my main inventory or my hotbar menu. And all you have to do is just go around and click, and it will literally paste the blocks in as you build. And it will automatically grab from your inventory, and even if this was non-creative, it will grab from your inventory and place the blocks in the correct location. And I believe that is the first layer. And as you can tell, if you have easy place mode enabled, you cannot add a block on top of the schematic or anywhere in the schematic area. Or heck, even, I guess you can add outside, but you can't add within you can't add blocks outside of the schematic. You can't click anything inside of the schematic area. So to move to the next layer, all you want to do is, if you have a big keyboard on a desktop, press page up, or if you don't have that, you can go to the configuration menu, render layers, and click the next layer and do the same thing. Just hold your right click and just go through and place all of the blocks. And you can keep doing that until you completely finish building up your build. Now, if you are so this is from a creative world, if you move to another creative world, what you can do is press M, again, configuration menu, and click this button until you have all. Go back to your stick, hold Control, and go until it says paste schematic in world. Now, before you do anything, press M again, go to configuration menu and hotkeys. Now, this requires you to execute operations. So I just have it set to MI. You can have this set to whatever you want. You can have it MJH, you can have it set to that if you want. I don't know why you would, but you can have it set to that. I just do MI, because Litematica uses M as the default key and then I as a sub button underneath Litematica. So once you have your stick, hold M and press I. And now you have the schematic or the build pasted into your world. And with that execute operation, I think that will conclude this first episode in this kind of mod informational series that I'm doing about a couple of different mods. And if you liked it or you want to see a more longer in-depth look at Litematica, make sure to like, subscribe, and if you do want to see a longer version, make sure to leave a comment down below. And I'll maybe do like a 20-30 minute video on this. You know, really go in depth beyond just a couple of the basics of what this mod is actually capable of doing. But I hope everyone enjoyed, everyone stays happy, stays healthy, and I shall see you all next time. Goodbye.